Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country. Together we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny, and we're going to achieve the most incredible future.
America has given a decisive mandate. Donald Trump has triumphed. He's triumphed over Kamala Harris in a fiery contest. Trump claimed victory in all 7 key swing states, securing his place in history as the second president to win the White House for a non-consecutive term. The last time this happened was in the 1800s when Grover Cleveland served as the 22nd and 24th president during the Civil War era. World leaders have congratulated Trump over the victory. Prime Minister Modi has said he's looking forward to further strengthen the India-US strategic partnership. Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu termed Trump's victory history's greatest comebacks. Meanwhile, Russian President has said he won't congratulate Trump and instead wait for what he does during his presidency.
Many people have told me that God spared my life for a reason. And that reason was to save our country and to restore America to greatness. And now we are going to fulfill that mission together. We're going to fulfill that mission. The task before us will not be easy, but I will bring every ounce of energy, spirit, and fight that I have in my soul to the job that you've entrusted to me. This is a great job. There's no job like this. This is the most important job in the world.
Well, so how has America voted? That's one big question. We'll get a final breakdown. It will take a few hours from now. But as of now, let's just look at the data that we have got. We're going to try and look at how the race across the United States is voted. We're also going to look at it from the prism of women. White voters. How have they voted in 2024? 43% of them have voted for Kamala Harris, 55% for Trump. Not much of a significant change from 2020 when it comes to black voters. 83%, if you can change the card and bring in the black voters, 83% have voted for Kamala Harris and 15% for Trump. When compared to 2020, Democrats' loss has been clearly Trump's victory. What's interesting is the Latinos. 56% have voted for Kamala Harris and 41% for Trump. A big change in voting pattern again. Because if you look at data from 2020, Latinos largely voted for the Biden at 63%. This time, shifting their vote for Trump. If you could get the next page as well for 2020, that's what we are referring to at this point. So if you look at it, the big shifts that have come is in how the blacks have voted and how the Latinos have voted. There's a big change in it. Democrats' loss has clearly been Trump's victory. Let's also quickly look at gender division. We're going to particularly look at women because that is also something that Kamala Harris very strongly stood for, whether it be the representation of women, whether it be a woman president for the United States or the abortion rights as it were. It was quite polarized. Now, according to AP, women in the age of 18 to 44 years, 55% of them voted for Kamala Harris and 43% for Donald Trump. In 2020, 61% of women of this age group had voted for Biden, opposed to 37% that had voted for Trump. If it can change to 2020, so even women in the 18 to 44 category, including the first-time voters, a significant chunk of first-time voters have largely voted more for Trump when you compare Kamala Harris. And if you look at women in 45 plus age category, there's not much of a difference which is visible, but 18 to 44 largely has seen a big change in how they have voted. So this is largely how United States has voted at this point. I'm being joined by my colleague Shreya Upadhyay. Good evening, Shreya. Interesting changes in how the voters have changed. Whether this is a paradigm shift, at least early trends suggest it is. But what are the big takeaways from how Donald Trump spoke in his victory speech, his big address? A lot that can be made out of that as well, Shreya.
That's right, Sneha. What an absolutely big and crucial day for the United States of America. In fact, not just for America, but the rest of the world had its eyes very, very closely with the U.S. election results. And here we have a clear winner in Donald Trump, all set to become the 47th U.S. president. But as far as that victory speech is concerned, Sneha, extremely crucial when we talk about what Donald Trump plans to do, something that he's been talking about throughout his campaigning all these months as well. He promised a golden era for the United States of America, which includes, as he mentioned in his victory speech, sealing the borders and ensuring that illegal immigration does not happen. Whether or not he's able to do that is something that we'll have to wait and watch out for. But remember, illegal immigration, Sneha, has been an absolutely crucial and big issue in this year's election. American voters have clearly placed their faith in Donald Trump in saying that, he is the person who will ensure that there is no illegal immigration. And they've, in fact, all of these months accused the Biden and Kamala administration of getting in illegals into this country, into the United States. About 29 lakh illegal immigrants were recorded in United States of America just in 2024, which is the highest recorded so far. So there have been concerns on that front. Apart from that, Donald Trump also talked about how he's going to end the wars. Now, that is something, very crucial, something on which the entire geopolitical order of the day also depends upon. He's been promising right through day one of the campaigning that if he were the president, these wars wouldn't have happened, the two wars of Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Hamas. Now, it's easier said than done. Whether Donald Trump is able to become the mediator and stop the war is something that we'll have to wait and watch out for. But for now, these two are the big takeaways that he did during that victory speech, apart from, of course, thanking his friend, somebody who's been there by his side, Elon Musk, somebody, we've seen dancing around Donald Trump as well. Lots of memes on social media about that. But clearly, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are having the last laugh today with that significant and historic victory. Sneha.
Absolutely, Shreya. In fact, it is definitely a hugely important election that the world was very closely watching. And as things emerge, there's a lot that even America will have to look at. Possibly how America has voted speaks lots about what America expects. The big American dream now breaking up into several other dimensions as well. Shreya Upadhyay, thank you very much for joining us.